Hello, YouTube world, YouTube community. I think it's August the 9th, Sunday, huh? So Sammy's birthday was yesterday, the 8th. Think Boo Boo's birthday is in August, man. Well, it's the 8th. It's the 8th, Sunday the 8th. So Sammy's birthday actually was the 7th, huh? It's Boo Boo's birthday today. It's Boo Boo's birthday in August. Rest in peace, Boo Boo. I love you, bro. Yogi and Ranger too, man. Miss y'all. Yeah, but I thought I'd continue on part two with me. Like I said, I want to talk a little bit about me instead of talking about other people. You know what I mean? Everybody get their clout off of talking about other people on here. They use other people's names and stuff like that to get their views and this, that, and the third. I had spoken on a couple people myself. But majority of my content ain't that. But yeah, I was in part one, I was explaining to y'all how we ended up in Compton in 1968. At that time, wasn't no Crips around in the city. And I attended a Mayo elementary school from 68 to 71. Then we was transferred to Tibby Elementary School. Yeah, we was transferred to Tibby Elementary School. And you know, as a kid going to Mayo, when we crossed over there to Santa Fe, them guys used to bully us, even before the Crips was out. It's before the Crips was out. We go to Mayo Elementary School, them guys over there was bullying us. It was a little store sat on Am, probably between Mel and Pearl, probably. Right across from Woody Cheatham's house, I know. And we go in and grab Zoom Zooms and Wham Whams on the way to school or when we leave school, and they'd come snatch our shit and bully us. I remember Jimmy Hamilton. I think his name was Jimmy. He stayed on with him. Me, him, and his sister and them, sometimes we used to walk to Mayo elementary school together. And the butlers and us, man. And I mean, one time they jammed us up. And they was talking shit about Killer Wayne, though. Telling them to tell Killer Wayne they gonna kill him, they gonna fuck him up, all this shit. And I remember Jimmy stood up. He didn't want to give his shit up. And they beat him up. And the dude kicked him in the eye. And man, we take Jimmy home. He crying all the way to the house, man, about that shit, cuz. And I had a hatred for them guys that day. I said, fuck these dudes, man. I just didn't like them. Just didn't like them. So that played a role in me not being a power rule. That right there. So yeah, and then like I say, I got transferred to Tibby Elementary School the 5th to 6th grade. They started busing us over there. That's when I started meeting guys on the west side of Compton. The Magnolia Undergrounds, Ratcliffe and them, Homer Ratcliffe was his name, I think. I remember Big Reggie was the king of the school. You remember back in the day we said the king of the school? Big Reggie, I don't know his last name, but he was the king of the school. I remember Joaquin Brown, Ronnie, I forgot Ronnie's last name. They was West Side Power Rules. I believe Joaquin Brown started West Side Neighborhood Power Rules. Because I seen Joaquin later on in life up at St. Albert's, where they held the dances at. But yeah, it was in Tibby Elementary when I first started hitting a cigarette because guys used to bring cigarettes. They was stealing their mama, their parents' cigarettes. We smoke them at school. And we go in the bathroom and smoke, or we go out on the playground on that little castle-like thing, got the little scope things, you can look shit like that on them. We all sit down and then we don't stand up, we sit down and we light them cigarettes up. And then from there, I started stealing out my mom and dad pack, bringing them to school, because we had a couple other dudes doing it. But it was a lot of crazy shit going on even in elementary school, guys. Some crazy shit was going on. Talking about homosexual shit. Motherfuckers pressuring other boys to suck their wee-wees in the bathroom, cut. This shit was going on in elementary school, man. I'm telling y'all. That type of shit run deep in our community, cuz. Because me and Charleston was talking about that. See, and a lot of kids, man, was molested, cuz, by relatives. And a lot of them was ashamed about it and this and that, and so they don't speak on it. Keep it to themselves. But yeah, that type of bullshit was going on when I was in the 5th or 6th grade at Tibby Elementary, and you had kids doing that shit, bullying other kids in the... So what that tells you, cuz? These kids is up against some crazy ass shit in this society, cuz. It's what's going on here. But yeah, even that type of bullshit was going on, cuz I was in elementary school. Elementary school, homie. Elementary school. In 74, I ended up in Roosevelt in the 7th grade. In the 7th grade. And when I got to Roosevelt, cuz you had Crips, you had Pyrus, and you had us boys. When I was at Roosevelt. And I was at Roosevelt. And when I got there, I was full-fledged Crippin' at the time. Hanging the rag, doing all that, ears is pierced, all that shit by that time. I had a few tussles there at Roosevelt. I had a few tussles, cuz. I did a lot of ditching and shit back then, too. I mean, we was going into Long Beach, burglarizing homes and shit like that back in the early days. Snatching purses, breaking into houses, cars, stuff like that. I remember when shit used to go down, burglaries, person that you robbed and shit like that, and they was up on it that those niggas out of Compton was going into Long Beach doing that shit. They used to put niggas in a lineup, cuz they had the idea maybe these motherfuckers, right? And they always used to put me, Terrence McCrae, and Featherstone from Atlantic Drive, and Ronnie Bolton in the lineup. Ronnie Bolton's from the South. They always had us for mugshots in in their lineups. When shit go down, they say, you see anybody? That kind of shit right there. But yeah, it was crazy at Roosevelt. It was fun at Roosevelt. I remember Jimmy Woods. I remember when Marcus Nunn checked in there. I remember when they transferred some of the guys who was problems at Waiting and sent them over to Roosevelt. The homies Bay Rob, Kim, and Ken and them. You know, if they was having issues with them guys at other schools, they shipped them somewhere else. That's why they shipped Marcus to Roosevelt. But yeah, it was all fun and dandy. I ran with D-Witt, Sleep Hudson, Terry Birdsong, Turtle, Sammy, Sleep Hudson, Poindexter. You know, it was us. Andre Butler, Roddy Butler, Calvin Butler, the Fennell, Stevie Fennell, Gregory Fennell. Tony Fennell, he really didn't run with us like that. The brother Tony. You know, we all walked to school together and this, that, and the third, used to be fun. Sometimes we just Silver Satin and Thunderbird and all that, drink it up on the way to school. On the way to school, excuse me, you guys. Shit like that. I remember when Baby Crip and Crip Doctor moved in the hood over there from Park Village on Rose. Them and their daddy Hugo. Me and Baby Crip got tight. Me and Cubs was hanging with each other for a good while. Breaking in the shit, stealing shit together. Me and Baby Crip was. Been to jail a couple of times, me and him. That was my crime. As a matter of fact, one time me and Cubs in jail together, they come to release me. They say, Hartfield, you're released to your parents' custody. I said, but what about Poochie? They say, oh, he going to juvenile hall. I said, well, if Cuz ain't getting out, I ain't coming out. I say, fuck that, it ain't fair. I can come out and he can't. So the jailer shut the door. Shit, cuz Baby Crip looked at me, he say, sad, cuz if that was me, you'd be sitting in here, cuz. He say, fuck jail, homie. He said, I'd rather go home and get my ass whooped than to be in this motherfucker. Them was the exact words Baby Crip told me, cuz. He say, fuck that, cuz. If that was me, then you'll be in here. Cuz I'll go home and get my ass whooped, cuz, before I sit in jail. Sure did. That's what the homie told me, cuz. He had a swing dirt bike, a yellow one. We used to double ride on it. And back in the day when I was breaking the houses and stealing guns and shit like that, I used to give them to Wayne now. That's why Wayne them liked me so much. I was just so young and wasn't ready. But after a few years, they let me join. Now, like I say, back then, Willow was the bad street in the neighborhood, and all the parents told us to keep our ass off of Willow. As a matter of fact, when we first moved into the neighborhood, we weren't allowed to leave the street. We wasn't allowed to leave the street. We couldn't go over the spring on Willow Street. Our parents told us, stay your ass on this block where I can keep an eye on your ass. If we had to go to the store or something like that, we had to get permission to do that. We couldn't just up and go nowhere. Y'all know how we was brought up. Have your ass home when the street lights come on. If you came through the door and the street lights already on, they had a belt in their hand waiting on our ass. So we all be playing and shit, and we realized it's about to get dusk. You know what I mean? All right, then. Like Warren G saying this song, then I tell the homies, all right, then. You get on, right? That's so damn true right there, cuz. That is so damn true right there, cuz. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, junior high school was fun, man. I went there, I went to junior high school with the Martins, Gary Prater and them, Donald McCaney, Putt Putt, Keith Pritchett, Dutchman, Roger Scott, Killer Mike, JD, trying not to miss nobody, Ronnie Bolton. That's my nigga Ronnie, cuz. Ronnie was a motherfucking fool, man. Ronnie was a fool, cuz Ronnie Bolton, man. Rest in peace, homie. It broke my heart when he told me Palmer Block killed him. And I told Palmer Block that. I said, man, I heard y'all killed Ronnie Bolton, cuz. Like, man, that was my nigga right there, cuz. I really fucked up by that, man. But I couldn't be biased in their beef. I couldn't take no sides on it. I just had to let them play that out, cuz, you know what I mean? But if I had something to say in regards to my heart about they thing, I had to let them know. I had to let them know. But yeah, man, shit. Junior high was the days, man. We had plenty of fun in junior high. Yes, we did. And then even back in junior high, while I was a Midtown Crip, I had issues with them because they was going against my sister Cecita at the time. Cause my sister Cecita used to fight all them Willow Street girls for some reason. They always wanted to jump on and everything. Remember that time we was coming on from Roosevelt? We fought Willow all the way from Roosevelt to Spring Street between Compton Boulevard and Palmer. When them niggas started jumping in, cuz I ran to the house. I was going to get my daddy gun. My daddy's in the kitchen and my two cousins this day, my two cousins happened to be there. Melvin and Joe. They talking with my daddy. I told them they jumping on it, they jumping. Man, we come run out that house cuz we run around there on Spring, cuz. And my cousin and them start getting in it. What the fuck, cuz? Whoop, whoop, whoop. And Wayne them knew my cousin when he was talking this, that, and third. Broke my sister's jaw. I thought Derek had broke my sister's jaw. Sucker punched her, cuz. While she was fighting Connie. Until this day, I never knew it was Wayne that hit my sister, cuz. She said, no, Derek didn't break my jaw. That was Wayne. I said, what? I said, I was going all these years thinking it was Derek. Because when I was in YA, I always had cuz in the back of my head. I'm like, cuz, when I get out, I'm knocking cuz out. Fuck that. I ain't forgot that shit. But cuz died smoking Sherman crack or some coke together or some shit back in the early day before niggas was basing. Cuz did some way out shit. I heard that shit killed him. But like I say, cuz I end up in YA, homie. And when I got back, that's when the hood had converted to Santana. I was hearing a lot about the hood. Like I say, it was Scatterman, Dwayne Jackson, he went to Roosevelt with us too. From Atlantic Drive told me the hood was Santana and all that. He was sending me pictures and shit. He was over there hanging out in Santa Fe with Buddy and them living in them apartments over there. And he was always over there with him. He was taking pictures and shit, and he sent me pictures and shit. That was my first see my little brother Hub on the pictures with Rob and Bay Rob, and they had guns and shit. And I was surprised they let the pictures even get through. I was like, how they let these pass through? And I was concerned about my baby brother. Because he reminded me so much of me. I'm like, dang, he's my little brother, 14 years old, on his gangster shit already. So like I said, when I got on from YA, cuz I realized, cuz, that it was real. That Santana Lewis Park war, it was really real. So I couldn't come with the past shit, I couldn't bring the past up. For the simple fact, cuz we was in the future. And it was serious business at the time. And we all needed each other. We didn't need no separation among us because we had too many niggas gunning for us. As far as the power rules go. East sides and west sides. So we had to keep our unity. That was our strength, our unity, us being together. So I didn't bring that bullshit. I didn't bring that bullshit from the past out, cuz I just let it go. But yeah, like I say, cuz I just wanted to talk about me a little bit. That basically covered junior high. Part 3, cuz I'm gonna tell y'all about when I started at Dominguez and how I ended up in the youth authority from Dominguez. And then I'll bring that to up until the time, cuz I got out of YA. Then part 4, I'll tell y'all about my life after the youth authority. So this y'all boy, the Crip, tapping in. I thought I'd just talk about me, son. And, you know what I mean? See what it do, okay? See what it do. So, there it is. This part 2, I mainly covered the time up till the time I went to junior high school. And, like I'll say, the next one, it'll be on when I got to Dominguez, into the youth authority. And as I go along, y'all will see how I progress and turned out to be the man I am today, who stand on righteousness. May the Creator bless and protect each and every last one of us from all evils, because there's plenty of them here on this earth. And I suggest, despite vaccinations, that you still cover yourself up when you're out and about in public and around strangers, and that you still keep your distance and sanitize your hands after touching things other people been touching. And on that note, I'm out.